Breakfast today, having the usual. So bacon, black pudding, eggs, and I'll probably have it in a wrap with some picadillo, which is our favourite at the moment. Let's get that sorted. This is pretty much cold now. From the amount of time it took me to film making that. That was good. Right, so the plan for today is accessory day. So we're doing back work, and I want to go through a few things I've picked up whilst focusing mainly on weightlifting, and the importance of your upper back and how it's involved in the rest of the lift. So I'm gonna finish the coffee, have my creatine, and then we're heading in the garage. All my stuff out from my PT yesterday, so I need to clear that off. So today is back day, so it's back accessory day. And I think most people, when they think about their back, they think about sort of the main erectors in their back, so everything, trying to keep everything nice and upright, everything used to pull. They don't focus a lot on what everything's happening. They don't focus on everything that's going on in their upper back. That allows you to do things like all your shoulder to overhead work. I think it gets neglected how important upper back work is, not just for maintaining front rack, but also for getting yourself in a really good overhead position, squeezing the shoulder blades together and taking the load from being a shoulder dominant movement to a back dominant movement. So I'm going to go through the accessories today. How the session will progress is I start off nice and sort of light, so I'll do all my light accessories first, all my like little stabilizer muscles. I'll warm up my shoulders because, like I said, back and shoulders go hand in hand, and then we kind of gradually progress up from there, and hopefully we'll finish with a set of 5 deadlifts at around 190. And because I'm filming it, I might be ambitious and do 200, but the deadlifts are clean style is what I'd like to call them, so trying to move them like a clean pull, not a deadlift in the traditional sense. Now we're going to put some shoes on because it's bloody freezing in here, and then we'll get started. I'm going to apologise for the lack of variety on the camera angles. The joys of my garage is it is like your typical British garage, so long, straight, and not very wide, so I can kind of point you from one direction or the other, maybe with a slight angle, but that is about it. You're just gonna have to get used to one angle. Oh, I looked into the light, now I can't see. You want a spicy way to warm your rotator cuff? Do the little circles. Oh, burner. The plan today is sort of do a progressive increase of challenging movements for the back. So it's trying to have a focus on squeezing the shoulder blades, so some form of a row or pull, some form of an extension, so using the erectors in a fixed position, and then some form of a curl. So getting the back to move through its full curve range of motion, which most people are a bit scared of, but I think it's a good way to protect your back in the long run. And then we're going to finish off with the deadlifts like I mentioned at the start. So starting off, so we're going to do 10 banding rows, 10 back extensions, 10 Zercher curls. If you don't know what any of them are, you'll see them. Then we're going to do strict pull-ups, good mornings Jefferson curls with a kettlebell, and then finishing off with Pendlay rows and Nordic curls. And then once we've done all of that, we get the big boy. Deadlifting 5 at 190. So the deadlift build up, the whole point is I only want to do one sort of heavy set. So I will do 5s all the way up until that point in 10 kilo increments from about 140 kilos. So I'll probably go 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190 as sets of 5s. So you kind of get progressive sets as you go up. But it's to try and load the deadlift, because I think deadlift is one of the best movements for building strength overall in the body. But it means that my CNS hopefully won't be as affected in the long run, so the rest of my week doesn't go as bad. Because if you look at this format at the top, so because of my job, I basically work an 8-day week instead of a 7-day week. So that means I've adapted my training to that. So my first night shift, so before my first night shift, I back squat and snatch. Then I rest between my 2 night shifts. And then I've just come off of a night shift, so that's what we're on here. So it's our hamstring, lower back, deadlift and upper back day. And then first day off is front squats, cleans, power cleans. Second day off, legs, core, shoulders, accessories. Third day off, or fourth day off, I don't know, I've lost count already. We're doing back squats and snatches. Then I rest on my first day shift, and then I have the ability to train on my second day shift. So I do some accessories on my second day shift. So that is the format of the training at the moment. But we'll get started with today's session, which is all of this jazz. So the whole point of this first chunk, so this first little 3-rounder, is to try and get a bit warmer, ready for the heavier stuff later on. So what I'm concentrating on with these rows is really squeezing at the back. I've no idea how many I've done. Really trying to squeeze at the back with my shoulder blades together. So I'm not trying to row in with my arms, I'm trying to pull the elbows back as far as they go. So I'm using all of my upper back to bring that band in all the way. Oh, I think that was more than 10. Back extensions are another one where they're a classic. Everybody knows that they're good for you. Just people don't like doing them. And then Zerch curls is something that I don't know if I've seen anyone else do them. Kind of my own invention. I'm sure someone else has done them before me. But the goal is to work on building your erectors a bit more in your mid to upper back. So all it is holding Zercher and curling up and down. So you're letting your back relax and then come all the way up. So round 1 done, really quick. I'm going to put on a little bit of weight. I'm going to add a band to the rows. Then I might start holding a plate in the back extension. So the whole point of this first one, like I said, is to just build up. So adding a little bit more weight each round. Not to absolutely ruin myself. Like I said, these are accessories. So the goal isn't to absolutely smash yourself. The goal is to work on all the little muscles that you might not work just doing the compound lifts. And it's the bit that I neglected a lot last year, was doing the accessories. Like I'd maybe do this, what I've just done, like 3 rounds of what I'm doing now at the end of a session, and that would be it. I wouldn't do a whole load of extra stuff, and because of that I definitely picked up a few niggles along the way. So the goal for this year is to have more of an accessory focus as I continue throughout the year. So put some weight on and we'll get into the next round. Right, first accessory circuit done. I know I only filmed 2 rounds. I did do 3, promise. They really good. If you want to mix up your back accessories a little bit, add them in. Make you feel well pumped. So next lot of accessories, slight progression up, I'd say, apart from the Jefferson curls, but they're more just for the sake of you pointing at the friggin' wall. So apart from the Jefferson curls, they are probably slightly easier, but I'm doing them more as a mobility exercise. So getting the full stretch down, letting my arms relax down, and giving my shoulders a chance to open up as much as possible. So starting with strict pull-ups. 5 isn't that many, but I'm not very good at strict pull-ups. the good morning, starting at the weight that I finished the Zerch curls at, and then we'll build up again from there, and then we'll start rowing at slightly heavier than what we build up to on the good mornings. Jefferson curls are a favourite of mine. Ooh. Even if you don't have to do them in a tight spot, and then I do them off of the plates so that I can get a full stretch all the way down. So curling down really slow, then full stretch hay back, letting the kettlebell pull you down as low as it'll go, and then curling back up, nice slow control, and try not to fall off at the same time. Lovely stuff. Alright. Might not film another round of that, but again, we're doing it 2 more times. And a plate makes them harder.
I received quite a few more messages. And at this point, we're just having a chat. And Darren,
Haven't done good mornings in a very long time. Very, very hard. There's definitely more optimal ways or places where this exercise can be done other than in my garage. So now we're going to get into the heavier part gradually. So we're going to do Pendlay rows, which you'll see if you don't know what they are, and then Nordic curls, which Nordic curls I'm not doing weighted, but they fucking suck. So that's why they're in there. So yeah, let's crack on with some Pendlay rows. And yes, I am doing the straps, and that is because I have a blood blister on my thumb from hook ripping. Yes, I know Pendlay rows can look like a cheaty row, but the benefit of them, can you tell I don't do cardio anymore? The benefit of them is they're great for that explosive force, engaging your back in a more explosive manner, if that makes sense. Nordics. So I have the advantage of I have this delightful machine called a GHD. Oh, this is going to chop my head off. 1 second. Hopefully now we're not going to chop my head off. We might still chop my head off. So this delightful machine is called a GHD, a glute ham developer. And we're going to do one of the movements that develops our glutes and hams. Mainly our hams. Our glutes have already been developed from the back extensions. So you're going to go from a kneeling position, try not to headbutt any metal bars that may be in front of you, and you're going to go flat down and flat back up again. And we're using them hamstrings to do the work. And now you can do this on the floor by putting your feet under a barbell and doing the same thing up and down. But because I have a GHD, I'm going to do one more. I think that was 5, but I don't know. Yeah, because I have a GHD, I'm going to use the GHD. Because why the fuck not? They weren't as bad as I thought they would be. Normally my hamstrings cramp up like a mofo. I can feel them, but didn't cramp up. So that's a bonus. Right, again. This is a bit that I feel like most people will find fun. Less so. Deadlift, never been a big fan. I have deadlifted 240 kilos in the past, but that was very much a conventional style deadlift, hips going first and that sort of thing. So when I'm building up with these deadlifts now, the focus is positioning on the pull. It doesn't have to be perfect, because I am a true believer in perfection is the enemy of progress, which I am going to make a video, hopefully. But deadlifts aren't fun, but people like watching them, so you know, gotta film it. That sounds very vain. I don't really care if people watch it. I do this for me, because I enjoy making videos. Right, 5 reps, like a clean. Now I might even do some snazzy edit where it gets to like a 190 in the 5 reps, because I think that would be 5 reps away. Anyway, here we go. at 160. Deadlifts are hard. Like, this is why I'm doing them, because deadlifts are hard, but if I can make a 160, 170, 180 deadlift feel like a piece of piss, then it should be a lot easier to try and clean 170, 180 and start pushing that boat up a lot more. This is why I like deadlifts. They suck, but they are like the main full body movement to get yourself strong. So I've focused on squats for so long, and I am still focusing on squats, but I decided that now is the time to add in some of these badges a bit more. Because I did clean pulls, I've done snatch pulls, I've done all the pull variations, but all the recommendations for that is like 110%, like 110% of your 1 rep max. But I know for a fact that I can deadlift significantly more than 110% of my 1 rep max clean and jerk. So if I can bump up my deadlift, my clean pull as a deadlift, then it means that hopefully my clean will get dragged up with it, because if that feels less heavy off the floor, then I'm going to be more inclined to make the lift. Whereas that feels heavy off the floor, it's going to feel fucking heavy when it's on my shoulders. So yeah, 170 next. Oh, fuck. Yeah, bring out the belt. This badger is going to be needed on the next set. My back. Okay, first one. Gonna make it seem like I'm doing a clean. That's the goal. Gonna see what the potential of a clean at 180 looks like. Can we generate enough force? The bar goes at least higher than the belt. Who knows? Also got to maintain good positioning. Tuts. Right, I'm going to wash that back and see how it looked. Oh yeah, better stick to weightlifting. I don't think I'm going to be the next Luke Littler. This is my last set, so like I said in the build up, I do one heavy set just so that my CNS isn't completely fried for the rest of the week. This is my last week of doing fives as well, so I've done fives for the past 3 weeks. So I did 170 the first week, 180 the second week, doing 190 this week. So then next week I'm going to do threes, so I'll do 3 weeks of threes, and I'll probably go 190, 200, 210, and then I'll drop into singles, do 210, 220, 230. A different way of doing deadlifts. Like normally strength stuff you do however many sets of whatever, but I'm not treating the deadlift as a primary strength movement. It is an accessory. That's why it's on one of my accessory days, not on one of my lifting days, because the whole point of me doing them isn't to like get a new 1 rep max deadlift, it's to get conditioned at moving heavy weights, and hopefully, touch wood, that'll lead to some big clean and jerks. Because at the moment I don't do many big lifts, so this is sort of my heaviest I get to do anything, and I quite like lifting heavy things. It's why I'm in this sport. It's why I want to try and get as good at lifting heavy things as I can. It's because I enjoy lifting heavy things. Deadlifts not as much, but hopefully as a byproduct of doing something that I don't enjoy, I will get better at the things that I do enjoy, and that is why you should always do things that you don't enjoy. Right, I'm just procrastinating now. I don't want to do this because I don't enjoy it. We're going to have the same mindset as the last one. First rep, Make it look like a 1 rep max clean. It's gonna look like a 1 rep max deadlift. Glad that's over. Whew. Hey ho, right. Highs was done. Right, so that's the end of the accessories. So I'm going to stretch now. I'm not going to film that because it's quite hard to film stretching, believe it or not. I don't really know how to film stretching very well. So we're going to end the video there. Hope you enjoy the back accessory session today. Hopefully you've gained a bit of an insight into why or how I train certain things, just to get the back feeling as good as possible, ready for the Olympic lifts. And hopefully I'll see you next week if I can remember to make a video.